In just a second, we're going to go over to abc11.com and show you the video. But just to set that up real quick, there was a black woman in Raleigh, North Carolina who became incensed, my estimation, my perception, after her 7-year-old child came home from school with this flyer advocating the false doctrine of the cultural Marxist cult, which is white privilege. Okay, let's go over to the website here and let's play the video and see what this is all about.
Yeah, Steve, this is an 11-step guide sent by the school's PTA with parents receiving 1 step each week. But one parent we spoke with said they only received step 3, which focuses on white privilege.
Or medical help, my race will not work against.
It's a difficult, often uncomfortable topic to discuss, regardless of someone's age. For Amber Paban, the mother of a Hunter Elementary 2nd grader, it's a subject she didn't expect to have to address so soon.
He's 8 years old. What does he need to know about racism or white privilege?
Paban is referring to this sheet sent home with her son last month. On one side includes statistics about white representation in government, the military, media, and the classroom. On the other, it lists examples of white privilege in society.
My son comes home to me and asks me, Mommy, are white people better than me?
That jarring question still leaves Paban emotional.
Okay, what they are doing, did you catch the question? Are white people better than me? The reason that cultural Marxists are teaching this concept of white privilege is to convince black people that white people are better than them. That is their impression. Makes them feel uncomfortable, makes them feel inferior, and so they depend on government. In other words, teaching the concept of white privilege. White privilege is not racist. Teaching the concept of white privilege is racist. And strangely, a lot of black people have not caught on to that, but amazingly, yeah, there are some who are catching on to it, and I think we're listening to one of them right now.
It's something she feels shouldn't be of concern to an 8-year-old.
He's not looking at the color of your skin. He's not looking at your hair, your eye color, what you're wearing. No. He wants to play with you because that's what children do. They play with each other.
A district spokesperson tells us this information is sent to parents by the school's PTA and is not part of the in-class curriculum. Off camera, multiple members of the PTA say it's part of an 11-step guide aimed at parents, focusing on racial equity in society.
Okay, that's classic, quintessential, in-your-face Marxism. Equity, everybody is equal. Okay, under the law we are equal, but fact of the matter is we're not all identical twins. And even identical twins are different. But for cultural Marxism and economic Marxism to work, we have to pretend that we are all exactly the same. Because if we're not, if we're genetically different, you know, me and you, we're not identical twins, that means one of us must have talents that the other person doesn't have. Maybe small and insignificant, but it's still there. One of those talents, one of those aptitudes may be the ability to create and retain wealth. That means one of us is wealthier than the other. Maybe a few dollars, maybe hundreds of dollars, maybe millions. But in the false cult of Marxism, that's anathema. You can't have an inequity of wealth. So how do you explain that if you're Marxist? Well, you say this guy has more wealth than the other guy because of social injustice. And that they label white privilege. But it makes little 7 to 8-year-old kids feel inferior. And these thugs, leftists, they don't care. All they want is social justice, according to their stupid cult.
While Paban says she only received step 3, which focuses on white privilege, the PTA notes that steps are sent home weekly, emailed to parents, and posted to the PTA Facebook page. On the top of the sheet is a brief letter explaining the program to parents. It notes in part that the initiative is, quote, focusing on generating awareness and empathy to create a safe and equitable Hunter community. Other steps include explore a case study of racism, the criminal justice system, and ways to fight and heal racism.
In other words, it's anti-white.
Parents are given the option to opt out of such readings, which Pabon has since done. The PTA says overall they've received overwhelmingly positive feedback on the initiative. We have included a link to all 11 steps on this story at our website at abc11.com.
Okay, why don't you put in a link to the PTA's website page and see if they get overwhelming positive response? I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, don't forget to share it on social media. If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, little red button in the right-hand corner. While you're thinking of it, go ahead and mash down on that.